Hello and welcome. I'm Fletcher with Elevate Your Health, and we are going live for our first ever new moon crystal party. So, just wanted to let you know a little bit about what we're going to be getting into today, and I do have a cheat sheet to keep myself on track. As you can see, we have a massive crystal grid set up here. And if you happen to see ahead of time, if you want to grab a cup of water, pen and paper, your favorite crystal, or even a piece of jewelry, you can have them charged up from our Reiki session today. So, I am a Holy Fire Karuna Reiki Master, and today we're going to be going over how to make a crystal grid so that you can do it at home and fully utilize your crystals. Our theme is feminine strength, and I'm going to be guiding you through a shortened Reiki experience similar to the ones that I might do in a private or one of my community Reiki sessions. And then afterwards, we're going to be having a live crystal sale of all these goodies that are completely charged up from our session today. And there's one more thing. We're having a giveaway for this beautiful flower agate sphere. So this is also fluorescence. If you put it under a black light, it will glow. And how do you win this sphere? You will share this live on your profile and then comment shared in the comment section so that we know. I have my friend Jen here today, and she's going to be helping with some tech stuff. There she is. Hi, Jen. She also makes this amazing crystal jewelry that I will be showing you later, and even some for Lionsgate in particular. They are all themed for our event today. So we're running this on Facebook and on Instagram at the same time. So if you want a double entry, you could share it on both of your platforms and comment share in both places. I'm so thrilled to have you joining me here today. So let's talk about the supplies. I have a glass of water here, which represents the water element. But if you've ever seen those studies with snowflakes and how music and sound and vibration can affect it, we are going to drink this water afterwards. So it could be tea, coffee, anything that you have around, and you don't even have to have anything. You could just sit back and enjoy this session. I'm going to have a little sip now because I'm parched. So as we give Reiki to you and the crystals, this water is also going to get charged. Your water at home will get charged. Your crystals at home, should you want to charge them from the session, can also be charged, and then you'll drink this afterwards. So you could have no crystals, one crystal, or an entire crystal grid with you here today. It doesn't matter, but I'm going to show you what we're doing. Okay. So let's take a moment to get started. We're going to take a couple nice deep breaths in together and out. I'm just going to keep these notes here because I'm pretty nervous. All right, let's roll our shoulders back. This is an interactive experience. Let's take two more nice deep breaths in and out together, fully coming into this experience. And one more, roll those shoulders up, back, and down. And whatever it is that you have going on, just take a moment to pause from it, go somewhere you won't be interrupted. And you know, if you're catching this on the replay, that's wonderful. So anybody that's seeing this that is open to receiving Reiki will receive it. If that makes you uncomfortable, you will not receive it. That is the nature of Reiki. What is Reiki? Reiki is a Japanese healing modality that is used via connecting spirit and then sent through the body. So I can give you just a very quick history real quick. We have three ascended masters, Sensei Usui, Hayashi, and Mrs. Takata. And we're really calling on Mrs. Takata today because we're working with our feminine strength, but I always call all three in. And you can Call in whomever you would like. Maybe it's a grandparent, an aunt and uncle, a friend that you feel is really strong, or maybe it's someone from a different pantheon. You know, maybe it's Mother Teresa or Durga, Goddess Lakshmi. So just take a moment to consider who it is that you want to invoke today. And if you are uncomfortable with invoking spirit, come into your highest self, come into your center, and allowing yourself to be aligned, because that's what this experience is really about, is taking a moment to ground down, get centered, get clear, and celebrate the new beginnings that this moon phase is giving us. We're in Leo. We're feeling courageous with our lion energy. And all of the stones on our table today represent femininity and strength. And I would love to hear what your definition of femininity and strength is. Okay. So, how do we do a Reiki session? Now, you can do crystal grids without Reiki, but because I'm a Holy Fire Karuna Reiki master, I always go through the same every time. So let's just take a moment here. We've called in our masters, and now we're going to set an intention for this new moon. And it might not really be bubbling up for you just yet, but if you do know, I would encourage you to affirm it in our comments or write it on your piece of paper. This is going to be what you'd like to focus on for the next upcoming lunar cycle of 28 days. So maybe you close your eyes for a moment. Let's take another deep breath in and out. A new moon is a time for new beginnings. We're working here to honor our creative, feminine energy, tapping into our deep selves, becoming empowered. And so this could be a goal, something you've been working on, could be with spirit, could be with your business, could be with your health. How would you like for this Reiki session to impact you today? It's going to go exactly where you need it the most. All right, so let's go through the process. The first thing I like to do after we have called in our masters and set our intentions, which are always in love and light. Now we're going to light the candles, because for me, lighting the fire is representative of lighting spirit. I have already cleansed and protected this space, and if you have questions about that, we can certainly go over it at another time. You can put it in the comments. Could be a whole nother video. So as I light these candles, we are opening up this space for spirit, not just any spirit, the specific ones that we are called upon to come in. Also, if you're into astrology, we are moving towards the 8/8 portal, which peaks on August 8th. But we are in that energy now. And so any intentions that you set during this time are going to be magnified. Now you could set an intention without doing anything and it will unravel. You can set an intention with spirit and it will unravel. And then you can set intentions with your crystals and it will unravel. So you have all these different options, and today we're going to do all of them. So expect big results. Our last candle here, the center candle. It's on this really beautiful piece of charoite. So I just want to show it to you real quick. This is actually part of my personal collection. I just got it, and it told me it wanted to be part of our practice today. And it's helping me to be my authentic self here with all of you today. So we've set our intentions, called in our ascended masters and whatever divine feminine energy you would like to bring in. We've lit our candles. I always put the Reiki symbols around the room before we begin. But if you wanted to learn the Reiki symbols, you would need to take a Reiki training, which I do offer. I have some live ones coming up in October and an online course that's available anytime. It's in the works right now. So this is a very complex crystal grid, but we want to just make it simple. So you're working with your intention, and typically there's multiple ways to set up a crystal grid, right? So some people just like to touch each one and go around and around in a circle or a spiral, whatever shape that you've created. With a Reiki grid, you do a symbol over each stone, come out, go back to center. And we're not going to do each one of these because it would take quite some time. So you're really coming into the ritual when you set up a Reiki grid. It does take a little bit of time, but you know what? That's what we're here for. We're not rushing this process at all. So we set our intention. You're thinking about this intention. You're feeling how you want to feel when this intention is completed. So if you could even imagine yourself what it would feel like with the result that you want, how good that feels, imagine that result as you hold your personal crystal in your hand. As I go around with all these crystals, you can even hold your crystal up to the screen if you want and allow it to receive this energy. So the crystal grid goes all the way around. In this particular one, I've worked from small pieces to larger pieces. You could almost think of this as like a little solar systems. We have our sun, and we have all the inner planets, and then we have these bigger outer planets. And we're going to go over them a little bit later. Okay, so we've talked about some crystal gridding, and we will talk about the individual properties of the stones, but I would really love to just go ahead and get you in this Reiki session right here, right now. So the other thing that I always do is I have my selenite seatbelt, and if you've ever thought about a pool filtration system, this is filtrating my aura, all of your auras, and I can certainly get these. This is also my personal one, but if you're interested, let me know and I can order them. So I'm putting on my selenite seatbelt. The Reiki will be coming down through the crown of my head, moving through my hands to these crystals, charging the crystals and sending it out to you. Then after this, you have the availability to take these exact crystals home with you today, fully charged and fully supporting your healing experience. Okay. So give me a moment to get settled, connected, and give yourself a moment to become even more comfortable than you already are. If you could be 10% more comfortable, what would that look like? What would that feel like? Just allowing the muscles in your face to soften. Feel that softness move down your neck, into your shoulders. You feel your arms and the legs becoming heavy, warm, and at ease. And I would even invite you to lay down, or at least to be seated during this process. And so you feel your body becoming heavier, more and more at ease. Let's go a little deeper. I'm going to count backwards from 10 to 1. And as I do this, you're going to be moving deeper into this Reiki healing experience. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So Reiki energy can be subtle. It can take you on a wild ride. So let's just take a few quiet moments together so that you can really begin to feel what it's like to receive. So let's start by dusting off your aura, which is your outer energy system, excuse me. It helps you identify the energies around you. You could even imagine that my hands are hovering about 6 inches over your head, over your face. We're going to start around your crown, very, very slowly, guiding my hands over your body. And we are just cleaning off this first layer of energy. This is going to be other people's funk, not your own. Things that you no longer need in this moment. Yes, I can already feel you releasing. Just combing through your entire aura. I'm getting a lot of stuff in upper bodies here. You know what happens sometimes is we think so much in our minds that the energy starts pulling up towards the crown of our head. But as we become more grounded, we want to fill our whole body, our whole being. The energy circulating down to the feet, down to the earth, equally. And so now imagine that your aura is a beautiful soft color, perhaps from one of these stones, a soft pink, a soft green or purple, golden, white. Take a moment and just imagine, sense into, what does this feel like for you? So Reiki, just like the breath, is going to be circulating around your being. You can imagine how the breath enters your nostrils, moves into your lungs, goes into your blood, and is pumped around by the heart. Now, Reiki is using more subtle energy meridians. However, it circulates just the same. Well, maybe not exactly. And in your mind's eye, your chosen color, which can change, is circulating around in an infinity symbol now. That is what I'm being shown, an infinity symbol that goes around the body, crosses through your center section, down the legs, back up through center, almost like a big figure 8 on your whole being. And your solar plexus, our sun, our central candle here, is right where that energy is crossing over. Imagine your energy, or this light, moving around the figure 8 around your body, within your body, cleansing and clearing everything that it touches that's ready to be released in this moment. Notice the speed of this light moving around. Is it slow, stagnant, barely moving? Is it moving at light speed, so fast, pew, 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 everywhere? Does it feel balanced? What does your inner light feel like? Perhaps this inner light needs to grow a bit because I'm sensing that it feels more like a tiny flame right now. And this Leo, it wants you to shine, baby. It wants you to shine bright like the diamond that you are. Ah, is that someone's intention? To let go of fear? To step into your light? Step into your power? To connect with the true essence of your being? Breathe into that. Just feel what it feels like to be you, here and now. But also the part of you that is always here, before this, after this, all of your lives, ancestors, timelines, meeting in this point of affinity in the center of your being. And as you breathe in, you absorb the Reiki like a sponge, and your light begins to grow from the inside out. With every inhale, this tiny flicker of a flame grows larger. And with every inhale, you're feeding that flame, growing your light. Yes, I feel your energy filling in now. You feel more whole. Take this moment and just allow. Allow for this Reiki healing light, this holy fire flame. Allow it to burn up what you no longer need. It's not going to hurt. It's the white light, holy light. But it's just helping you clean, clear, and release. As you move that energy around the infinity symbol of your being, are there places that feel stuck? Places that want to open? Or perhaps need to have this light shined on them? It's okay to be quiet. It's okay to allow. And just know that you are safe in this experience of self-discovery and healing. And you are giving permission for your deepest healing to take place. With every breath in, you receive more Reiki light. And with every breath out, you release what you no longer need. You release what's holding you back. These self-limiting beliefs, the things you've been told, how you were raised. Know within yourself that you too hold this flame. That you are good and that you are light. And if there's things that you don't like about yourself, this experience is giving you the courage to change them, to transform. And we're here as a community to do it together. The first step of change is just being open to change. We can narrow it down with our intentions through this experience. Breathing. Feeling yourself becoming more charged, just like a battery. Also, did you know that quartz crystals are used in your watches? To move time. Breathing in and out. Yes, I'm feeling a deep release now. I can also feel that there are some of you that are holding on. And so the Reiki is facilitating the release process, but you also need to say that you're ready. To take this first step. And while you're in a place of ease, receiving and protected by loving light, imagine to yourself, what would that first step look like? After this, of course. What would it feel like? Now we've released the scaries. What would it feel like to feel good? To feel empowered? To not be scared of who you are? What would it feel like to be pain-free? Full of energy? To not have any worries? Can you imagine what this would feel like? Can you invite this feeling into yourself right now? Breathe it in. Releasing. Yes, I just felt all the muscles on either side of the spine release. It's feeling a bit more intense now. Let's just ride this wave. I feel my heart racing just a bit. It tells me that perhaps your heart's racing a little bit. And as you exhale, feeling yourself slow down to take this time for you. Receiving, receiving, receiving. I'm feeling called now to do a little something I've never done before. And that is to hold these crystals and see if they hold a message for you. See what they'd like to share. So let's start first with the kunzite. And you don't need to see it, you can just feel it. Just remember that these will be available later, so if there is something that really speaks to you, just remember. So if you have a crystal at home, you can hold it in your hands just like this. You could place it on you. You don't need to do anything at all. Let's see what kunzite has to say. It says you're beautiful, just the way you are. In your sweatpants, no makeup. Because your beauty shines from the inside out. The kunzite says, breathe in this flame of light a little more. And let it soften you. Feminine strength doesn't always have to mean a throat punch. Sometimes it's a flowing stream of water over time. Thank you for this reminder, kunzite. So now let's check in and see, what does carnelian have to say? It says, be bold. Take action. You know, it feels almost like a sword slicing through the BS, clearing the path. This carnelian feels like Leo energy. And remembering that the lion does roar, but it's up to you to decide how loud. Thank you, carnelian, for sharing that. Next, we're going to do rose quartz. So these are rough rose quartz. We also have aura quartz. Let's see what message this rose quartz has to bring you today. It says, be gentle, but do not go gently into that good night. It says that you can pave your own path in a way that's not abrasive, And rose quartz is not worried about being abrasive to others. It's talking about yourself. It says, don't rub yourself the wrong way. I was not expecting that. Does this resonate with anyone? Is there a way that you're getting on your own nerves with something? Because now's the time to definitely work through that and figure out why and the solution. And the Reiki is going to help you do that. You know, sometimes I feel like rose quartz gets taken for granted. But let's not do that. Let's not do that at all. And let's not take each other for granted either. Thank you, rose quartz. Okay. So now we have the combination of fire and rose. This is a fire quartz hematoid. Hemi reminds me of iron, blood, the blood that's within us all. And this big mama here, she has the same thing now. She's projecting all this energy out to you. I almost had her in the center. So we're going to speak to both of these. Well, they're going to speak to you. This might fall. Okay, we're going to start with this palm stone. Hematoid palm stone. What do the people that are receiving Reiki in this moment need to hear for their highest good and most optimal selves? This is saying, don't forget. Don't forget where you came from. But what does that even mean? Here we are talking about releasing all these things. I don't feel like this is a where did you come from, like where are you born, but where do you come from in the deepest, most aligned part of yourself? Where do your action steps come from when they are aligned? That's what this says. Don't forget. So if you need to hear that reminder, this is for you. All right, I'm gonna point this tower right from my heart, right to your heart. Okay? Can you feel my Care Bear stare? This one feels like tears of laughter and joy and sorrow, grief. This tower says, don't be afraid to cry because tears are healing. Tears are purifying. And when you cry, you are present. And I actually have a little tear right now here for you. If you feel a little tear, don't hold them back. Let them go. Let that energy release and let your biggest transformations take place. Thank you, Tower. If you needed to hear this message, this tower is for you. Ooh. Okay. I think this labradorite would like to speak to you next. Ooh, that speaks to me. Labradorite says, I am your backbone. I am the stone of transformation, but the feeling that it's giving me is when you're resting your back up against a wall. Ooh, even a tree. Now I'm seeing you're resting your back on a tree or against a wall. Labradorite is what it feels like to be supported. Now, as you are still receiving this holy fire Reiki energy, with your eyes open or closed, sense into what does it feel like to be supported. Supported by yourself, supported by your community, supported by this experience. And if you feel like you need support and backbone, this labradorite is for you. Let's see who else wants to speak to us today. Yes. So we have 3 flower agate spheres, and one of them is for a giveaway. Now, if you've just joined us and you haven't heard about this giveaway, if you would like to win your flower agate sphere, I would love for you to share this experience out into the world to create a greater impact for love and light. So if you share this onto your profiles and comment shared, you will be entered into a giveaway that we will be pulling live at the end of this session. So please go ahead and do that. I would love it so much. So let's hear what this flower agate has to say to you. Oh my goodness, you're gonna love this. It says, have no fear, flower agate's here. I did not just make this up, I swear. Have no fear, flower agate is here. I think that says enough. And we do have one more agate here. We have our snowflake agate towers. Let's see what they have to say. The snowflake agate it's not giving me as much of a message, but more of a feeling. And that feeling is one of tranquility. And the tranquility comes from inner trust and inner knowing. Because when you feel that way and you take actions from this place, this is how you will feel. Thank you for sharing that with us. And I should say last but not least, we have rhodochrosite. Let's see what message rhodochrosite has for you today. This is almost like a tarot reading, but with crystals. Okay. Ooh, this says, don't mess with me. I'm getting sassy pants attitude. Okay, feminine strength. As my friend Jen would hear, F around and find out. That was a surprise coming from this. But you know what? Sometimes that's the energy that you need. So if you need that, this rhodochrosite is for you. Oh yes, we do have some aventurines here and some quartz. Let's hear their message. And yes, you are still receiving Reiki during this process. So listen, and see which message is for you. This one says, hey, nice to meet you. It's like waving over here. This feels like two kids meeting on a playground for the first time and knowing exactly which game they want to play with each other without sharing a word. Can you relate to that? Maybe this sense of knowing exactly how you want to play on the playground is what you need to receive. I'm also getting that maybe there's somebody that you want to play on the playground with. Ooh, perhaps it is that woman that you invoked in the beginning of this. Perhaps it's the goddess or the grandmother or the friend. Who do you want to play with? Who do you want to have fun with? Who makes you smile? If you need a friend on the playground, this aventurine is for you. Okay. Let's take another nice deep breath in and out as I'm starting to feel the Reiki energy. It's not slowing down. We're not done, but maybe we're just done with this portion. Okay. Let's just review. If you had a little glass of water here, like I do, and it's been charging, just like the oxygen that moves through your blood, water is cleansing your being and is healing your cells. We are made of water. Your water is charged with Reiki and you are drinking it. You are healing. You are nurturing yourself by taking in this beautiful fluid. I'm just going to check my notes here, make sure we're on track. I'd like you to keep breathing, keep receiving Reiki, and if you haven't already, share this live so that others may also receive this love and light and this gorgeous flower agate sphere. This is our giveaway. If you want this, share. It's really beautiful. It's actually really one of my favorites. Okay. Let's see. You feel pretty good right now. I still feel like this little tiny pitter patter here. You know what I think would be good? To just reaffirm why you showed up today, what this experience has been like for you. So this is a new moon crystal party. We've heard what the crystals have to say. We've cleansed and charged your energy and taken you through a visualization where you know where you want to start and you know how good the ending feels. Now, I would love for you to affirm those things in our comments. But if you don't want to share, write it down for yourself because this is going to be even more powerful. I just felt the Reiki kick back up again. It had like a little turbo boost moment. So let's just receive that. Soften your shoulders. Okay. So before we start our live crystal sale, I wanted to invite you to my upcoming community Reiki event on August 27th. So that is a private event and it will take you through about an hour-long Reiki experience from the comfort of your own home. It's on Zoom, so you could be laid back in bed or on the beach. and it will go even deeper. So if you would love some deeper healing, then you might want to check out our community Reiki event coming up. If you think that you want an even deeper dive, you might want to consider training. I have a level 1 self-paced Reiki training that you can take a deeper dive, or in October you can do one live with me. It's also online, so you can do it from anywhere that you are. I'm still feeling this Reiki going strong, y'all. I hope you shared. I hope that you are feeling this love and this light. So I'm going to leave the outer candles burning, but I'm going to just blow out the central one because I want to get really close to you and I don't want to burn my beautiful hair. So I'm just going to use my little snuffer here, which we do have available in the shop. And these candles will be fully charged with your experience as well. All of these stones are charged with your experience and will continue to facilitate the healing process. We also have some jewelry here of gems that I will be showing you that has been charged as well. So I'm just going to take my seatbelt off now. Are you ready for this wild ride? So are you ready for the sale? It's my first. So let me get comfortable, get in a good position here, and let's go over some rules. So I'm going to hold some things up, and if you want them, you will type in the comments, claim rose quartz A or something. I'll tell you the price. So you can just write in the comments, and it is first come, first serve as Jen sees it on her screen. We are doing Instagram and Facebook, so you might not know who else is commenting. If you're watching the replay and there's something that you would like to have, you can always message me afterwards, but it won't be a guarantee that it is available. Okay, so we started with our kunzite when we were delivering the message. Now let's go ahead and start with it now. My hands are shaking. Okay, so these are small pieces. Now kunzite in its gem quality is very, very expensive. But these are for the everyday woman who needs an everyday piece and still wants to receive this loving energy from kunzite. Now I have 4 of these small pieces and they are $5 a piece, and we'll just start a box, and then afterwards we will go ahead and send you an invoice, which we would love for you to pay within 24 hours, and then we'll ship to you, or it can have local pickup. Now I know there's a lot going on here, so if somebody wanted a kunzite, I can get my pendulum out here and figure out which one you want best, if there's not a letter or a number associated, and Jen's gonna help me with that too. So there's a few more kunzites here. Now I'm not going to go through every stone because I love picking things intuitively. So if somebody wants a kunzite, I would love to pick one for you. But if you want a specific one, we could just call these 1, 2, 3, 4, and these are $5. We also have some large kunzites, larger I should say. Sorry, my chair is getting uncomfortable. And these are usually in the $20 range, but for you all, for today, I'm gonna knock them down to 10. Okay, so we have rough kunzite, a little bit larger. Whoops. Now we do have letters on these, but they're starting to fade. So let's just keep it simple and we'll call it kunzite 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so the first are $5. The little bit larger ones are $10. These prices are for this live only. Okay? Carnelian says it wants to go next. Now these carnelians, let me just check, are only $2. And I have lots of them here on the table. Let me show you. Some of them have different patterns. These will be great for jewelry. So carnelians are $2. You could claim as many of them as you would like, as many as we have available. These aventurines are $4. They're tumbles, but they're pretty big. I would say they're nearly palm stone size. They're just not palm stone shape. And so if the message of aventurine speaks to you, you can claim it now in the comments. So we're working our way from the inner loop to our outer loop. We have these fire and ice quartz. Oh, you know what? We forgot to ask them what their message was. So let's do that. So the crackle quartz is $2.25. And don't forget about our giveaway. Let's tune in and see what this fire and ice or crackle quartz, whatever you would like to call it, has to say. This says go big or go home and trust yourself. Okay, who needs to hear that? Crackle quartz is for you. Okay, moving on. We have these beautiful palm stones. Jen doesn't like the word hematoid, so we just call them like rose, fire quartz. These palm stones are $14, and I have 3 of them. When you hold them up to the light, there is a lot of sparkle in them. You know what else has a lot of sparkle in it? Well, flash would be the more appropriate word. Labradorite. So let's see if we, oh, there it is. You see that? Now this was for the person that wanted to feel the backbone, wanted to feel the support. So this big mama right here, she is $2.11, and she can be yours right now. Claim in the comments. We also have, still pretty big, but a little smaller. This labradorite is $85. Also very flashy. Let me find the light. We're inside right now, and it's cloudy. Oh, there we go. There we go. My arm's getting tired. Let's see. So we have 4 of these towers, the snowflake agate. 3 of them are about this size, and 1 of them is a bit smaller. So a smaller one is 8, very affordable, and a larger one is 12, also very affordable. So if you would like a snowflake agate tower, you may claim that. We also have some rhodochrosite towers, not as affordable, but very, very beautiful. And so these towers are 32 and 44. We also have rhodochrosite slabs. This is 102C. I like to use these a lot and set a little candle on top of it. Let me show you the other one in case you didn't see it earlier. This is 72B. So we also have these super duper gemmy rose quartz slabs. I also love putting candles on these. Let me just show you. Fits perfectly with our super cute candles. These are very high quality. This particular one is 32D. And we have one more here today. 32C. This one has a point. Oh, Big Mama's who you're waiting for, huh? She's 111. And do you know what 111 means? Get started now. Are you into angel numbers? I see them all the time. Right? And that's why my website's Elevate 444, because that's my jam. Sticking with the rose quartz, we also have two double term wands. Smaller one is 22, larger one is 32. You can use these in your grids. You can also use them in energy work because one is pointing to you and one is pointing out to whatever it is that you would like it to point to. You can use these to make your crystal grids as well. So claim double terminated rose quartz, either 22 or 32 in the comments if you feel like they're for you today. All right, let's see. Oh, here's one more piece of rhodochrosite. This is my favorite one. All right.
Jessie has Big Mama.
Yay! I knew somebody wanted Big Mama. I could feel it.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. All right. This is my favorite piece of rhodochrosite. She is 106D. Now we are getting towards the end of our program. Let's have a look at our giveaway sphere one more time. And let's talk about how you can get this sphere by sharing this live onto your profile, either Instagram or Facebook. And if you do both, you'll get a double entry. Yeah. If you missed it earlier, these do fluoresce. You put them under a black light and they will light up. So how will we know if you shared it? You will comment shared below. And we are going to pull this live very, very soon. So if you're on here and you want to win this baby and you're in the United States, I will ship it to you. Go ahead and comment shared. We will enter your name. Ooh, look at that. So we have two of these for sale, but this big one, which is 76D, is our giveaway. So let me show you the other two. They're a little tiny bit smaller, but not much. We have 44C, and this one has some really nice globes in it. And we also have 57B. All right. So we have gone through all of our crystals. They have given you their messages. We've cleansed and cleared your energy, set your intentions. We just have a few things left. Do you know what it is? Jewelry. So Jen made us jewelry for the Lionsgate portal. And if you didn't hear earlier, the intentions that you set here are strong because you've set them. They're even stronger when you write them down. They're even stronger when you use crystals or Reiki or energy. And they're even stronger when you're using them in a portal on like 8/8. And we're already in that window. And so setting your intentions here is going to catapult you, making them even stronger. Okay, so let's check out Jen's beautiful bracelets. We have 5 of them here. So this first one is pyrite, labradorite, sunstone, and blue kyanite. They are made from 4mm beads, and they are stretchy. I don't think they're quite stretchy enough for an anklet, but she did say if you wanted one that she could custom make it. And don't forget about our giveaway. Have you shared yet? Because we're coming to that right after this. So here we have crazy lace agate, tiger's eye, sunstone, lapis, and picture jasper. Two more. Three more. Then we're going to move into earrings. Oof, this one is my favorite. It's blue kyanite, jasper, labradorite, and lapis lazuli. And last bracelet is tiger's eye, lapis, jasper, orange selenite, which is a little harder to come by, and labradorite. And so all of these bracelets are priced $27 to $30. If there's one that you liked in particular, I'd be happy to show it to you again. I wear one of these almost every day. And let me tell you, just because these were made for Lionsgate doesn't mean you can only wear them on Lionsgate. It means that it will continue these intentions that you're working out. And anytime you want to call upon the energy that you've set through today, you put your jewelry on, you put your crystal in your pocket, you put it on your altar, and there it is with you. So let's check out a couple more things here. So we have some earrings that are rhodonite, freshwater pearl, and rainbow moonstone. I can really feel the power in these babies. So these are available for $25. Healing light is what you would put in the claim. Claim healing light. Next we have shielded radiance. These are probably my favorite of the jewelry. And they are rose quartz, sunstone, and tiger's eye. Good for empaths, which I know we probably have a lot watching. This is Inner Glow Rainbow Moonstone. We have two pairs of these. One is quite tiny and dainty, and the other one is still tiny and dainty, just a little tiny bit bigger. And these are available for $20. The other Interglow is also $20. Okay, we have two more pairs of earrings left, and then we are wrapping things up here, folks. So if you haven't shared for our giveaway yet, go ahead, do it now. Type shared in the comments. Next we have Graceful Intuition. These are peach moonstone. Did you know that moonstone and labradorite are cousins? And now we're moving on to another peach moonstone, but this one is necklace, the Graceful Intuition necklace. This is also one of my favorite pieces. So as we were saying, this is a live sale, but you can always claim afterwards if you still see something that you're thinking about that spoke to you. Remember the messages of these crystals. I just realized we forgot something. Let's see what she has to say as our final message of the day. This crystal says, be brave. Fully embrace who you are and love yourself. It says that it loves you too. Now, whoever said that they really do love this crystal out loud, it is available for a steal at $174. So this is also apophyllite, just in case I forgot to mention it. All right. Let's take a moment here as I thank you for being with me here today. But I would also love for you to thank yourselves for allowing the time, space, and energy to receive this Reiki healing light. I'd love to hear from you. Send me a message if you're too shy to comment. I just felt the Reiki kick up again. Do you feel like you need a few more, you need a little more zzz? Wow, it just got really strong. Okay, this session is not over. I thought it was. We're going to keep going. Okay, so remember before we were scanning through your body? Now we're down at your feet. So I'm going to put a symbol called Kriya on your feet. And that is for grounding. Really grounding. Really, really grounding. Breathing, remembering that as you breathe in, this white light, this healing light is circulating in that infinity symbol around the body. Remember that light from your solar plexus that we charged, grew, and now it's shining out for the world in the way that you see fit as a strong woman, embracing your feminine strength. Let's go ahead and do our drawing. If you need to share real quick, now's the time, because someone's about to get that flower sphere. Okay, Jen has been kind enough to make a little bowl here, so I'm just gonna stir things up, close my eyes, and see who this flower agate is really speaking to today. Okay, we have confirmation. Here's the moment. Nancy Greenwood with the flower agate. Whoop, whoop. Thank you all so much for joining me here today at my very first New Moon Crystal Party. You can look for more of these experiential workshops, and if you would like to take a deeper dive, check me out at www.elevate444.com, where you can shop all of these crystals. You can look at the community Reiki a little bit deeper and the Reiki trainings. I so appreciate you today. Thank you in love and light. Namaste. It's a party. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Make it stop.